Hello, individuals, and welcome back to another beautiful, horrible voiced edition of the Video Game Podcast. We might as well do Hawkeye first, Chris. We're going to have it done with them. Last week we left it to the end because there was a lot more Hawkeye to talk. This week it's just one Hawkeye to talk. And I have no voice. Newcastle play midweek. Newcastle play today. It's not cold or anything. It's just what happens when you
shouting at the TV.
Constantly, I mean, pretty much, because I get really angry when we score. I'm sat there kicking shit. Oh, yeah, fucking get it. Like, I can't just, yeah.
You won 1-0, didn't you?
Yeah, first one of the fucking season, mate.
We won 1-0.
But I know, last minute, literally the dying seconds of the game.
That's Liverpool people, if you wondered.
That's Liverpool people, you wonder. But we've had Hawkeye episode 3. This will be spoiler heavy. It's the usual shenanigans that goes down with this. With this talk, you know, we talk Hawkeye. We say we likes and don't likes and whatnot. How our thoughts, theories, plans, whatever the fuck it is. I have a couple of notes again because there's only one episode. So there's not loads of notes. And as per usual, if there's something that I haven't said and you've noticed, let me know.
Yes.
We can get it done. We're fucking halfway through this season already, man.
I know, it's weird.
3 episodes to go and it's done.
It's done. That's finito.
Yeah, but okay, anyway, the episode, do you want to break down again, as per usual, your likes and don't likes and whatnot? How was the episode?
Again, there was no likes because I enjoyed it throughout.
There was no likes?
There was no dislikes. I enjoyed it throughout.
Yeah.
Fun, quirky.
It's a fucking mint little Christmas show.
It is, it's just a fun little programme.
Yeah, it is awesome. Like I said, we always dip and dive for, multiverse crack.
Yeah.
Now we're looking at the guy and girl with the bow and arrows. That might be a bit boring, but no, it's not. It's fucking amazing.
No, it's mint. Especially the different type of bow and arrows and the old special Hank Pimp bow
and
arrows.
which I bring up, which is fucking awesome. I will say as well, this had one of the best car chases I've seen in a long, long time.
Yeah.
The way that they filmed it and all this shit, and I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of it was CGI'd, but a lot of it looked like one take and all this carry on. It was just proper fun when he loses his hearing aid and she's having to do all the crack for it. It was such a good episode.
Oh, it was, man. Just trying to have a good conversation with each other, but then we were repeating the other conversation.
Yeah, she would say something, and then he would go back, and then... But yeah, it was definitely a fun episode.
It was a fun episode.
Literally picked straight up from the Tracksuit Mafia. Big old scrap surrounding that. We also get a little origin story, or kind of Echo, the character.
Yes.
And we get another look at Kazi a little bit.
Yes.
Some more shenanigans ensues. It's basically a massive car chase. They get away. Episode kind of ends.
But I think, to me, the big pull-off in that episode is when I text you, he's fucking here.
Did you text me when you were watching it, like?
Just after.
Because obviously I knew I'd been watching it before you, so I said
I thought I'd watch it after. I thought I'd watch it, just in case it wasn't him, it was somebody else. But I thought I'll watch it.
Definitely, the fact that they're going out of their way not to show a face.
Oh, yeah. You could tell by the hand and the voice.
Yeah.
It is Kingpin.
I know that. Oh, mate. Wilson Fisk himself, the big bad villain from the Netflix series and whatnot.
So obviously he's the uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he's the uncle.
Yeah, and we there's also quite cool because obviously if you remember Spider-Verse, which apparently at the time of recording was supposed to get Spider-Verse information tomorrow, but in Spider-Verse he had a little tinkering with multiverse shit, didn't he? Mm-hmm. I'm not connecting the dots, but it was because of him the other spiders that got brought in. So it's kind of cool. We're in the middle of the multiverse, and the MCU are bringing in their Wilson Fisk. Yeah, I like it. But like I said, we're pretty much. It's obviously we can't say it's a guarantee, but it's. I think it's safe to say it's him.
It's him.
It's him.
It's him. It's like I said, the hand, the voice.
Trying to hide it and all this stuff.
It'll pop up last minute.
Yeah, and another thing is that's 110% confirmed is Haley Steinfeld was doing an interview for the premiere of the show, and the person was on about the actress that plays Yelena. She was like, "What was it like filming scenes with her and stuff like that?" And I was like, "Is she confirmed then? Is this 100?" Because obviously we had our thoughts.
Oh yeah, she was actually deaf, wasn't she?
But yeah, she's confirmed. Yelena's confirmed in the show because we knew the Black Widow crack was happening anyway. But we couldn't say for out of shadow of doubt, was it cutscene, was it a season 2 shenanigans, was it later on? But apparently no, she is in the show. So we will definitely... So we've got Wilson Fisk, Yelena, Hawkeye's not going to be just home for Christmas, maybe not in time. Well, it might still be home for Christmas. They might have to deal with all this shit and then get home, I don't know. I want it to have a nice happy ending.
I mean, we've got 3 showings left, right? Oh yeah, what's the date today? 4th.
The 4th.
The 4th. So the 1st, 8th. So 8th is next week, that's episode 4. Wednesday the 15th is episode 5. 22nd, just before Christmas, is the final show.
Yeah, and then hopefully Hawkeye can get home for Christmas and be happy with his family.
Yes.
Well, we don't know.
But we don't know with what happened at the end of the episode.
We don't no idea. We don't know. But right, well, I'll run through my notes. The first thing is the Echo's origin story. Obviously, she's deaf as well, but Hawkeye's not deaf; he's hard of hearing.
Yes.
But I thought it was quite cool because Dad was telling the story about dragons, and he's about dragons are real and that they show different like thingy, and all I just got was visions of Shang-Chi.
Yeah, that's all.
Did you get it as well? Yeah, because like even though that's on our Earth, but it's like a weird portal dimension parallel, and all I thought was they are real. I saw Shang-Chi dossing with one.
That's all I could think of was Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I went straight into it. Kingpin.
Yeah,
we're all happy to see Wilson Fisk. It's fucking awesome. It's quite cool as well in the comics. Because now we're getting more information. She's definitely echoing that, so we can point out the facts that now in the comics, Kingpin adopts Echo for a while as his stepdaughter, foster daughter. Yeah. So they have a real life comic book connection. In the comics, Echo actually has a genuine power, kind of like Taskmaster, where Taskmaster has photographic memory. She has the ability to like literally, you kind of see it. Like, you know, she's like in karate with that kid. She has the ability to look at people and see their movement and replicate it immediately without effect. So I don't know if they're foreshadowing she has a power or if they're just making her look.
Well, that's basically what a photographic memory kind of is also.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's why Taskmaster uses Cap's shield, because he looked at Cap's fighting style, he looked at Spider-Man swinging, and he can just. It's kind of the same sort of shenanigans with her. We get to see the retro. We get to see a sign in the the bit where she goes back and she says her dad died. This is Echo. Yeah. There's a sign in the back that says Fat Man Auto Repairs, and again a quite often used nickname of Kingpin in the comics is Fat Man. So there's more Kingpin.
Yes, there's obviously more shenanigans of Kingpin popping up. So.
Yes. Hawkeye alludes to the fact that Black Widow killed Ronan, and in some regards she actually did. This bit's a little bit deep. Because you think about it, he became the Ronin because he was lost and without his family and all the shenanigans. And then when Natasha died and she gave him hope again, she sacrificed himself to accomplish the mission. That's kind of when Hawkeye did kill off the Ronin character, because Ronin and Hawkeye, it's the same. It's like Batman and Bruce Wayne, same person, but two completely. So technically, Black Widow did.
Different men, memory looking doofus.
Yeah. So this one I had to Google because I remember the image. I remember the image. And I've seen the image again recently, but I don't know car brands, Chris, as you well truly know. But it turns out in the comics, I was kind of right in what the car is, but I couldn't name it for you. Hawkeye does actually have a 1970s Dodge Challenger. That's why he referenced it, because it's a legend, because in the comics that's what Hawkeye drove. Yeah. But he didn't get to ride it this time, did he? No. In fact, it got writ off.
It did.
Is it a good car?
It is a good car. Yeah. But like you said, they are slow.
Are they slow?
They are quite slow.
I thought
there's all that power, but there's no go. Did not know that. Typical American muscle car.
Again, going back to, I don't know if you remember, Chris, because I spoiled a lot of shit last time around. This show is emulating a hell of a lot from the 2012 run that Matt Fraction did in the Hawkeye comics. Yes, and the car chase sequence is exactly, again, from the stories he told with Kate Bishop and Hawkeye in his comic books. Yes. So again, I think if you want some real information of stuff, maybe not what's going down, but literally from the pages to the big screen, this is probably the most similar from a comic book adaptation to the big screen that we've ever had. A lot of it stems...
They're doing well so far. I've got no complaints.
I have absolutely no gripes. It's fucking amazing.
Oh, yes.
I had a nice little burp there. I told Chris as well, we've ordered a burger and chips. I said, no, don't get me out, because I've had loads of crap and I feel sick. And I've been jumping up and down and stressing. I'm having nerve heart attacks watching Newcastle. But because he's ordering, I'm going to have to order because I'm a fat prick. That's all there is. I'm just a fat prick.
It is what it is.
Getting a lot of the tech arrows that we get, the trick arrows from the show, the gel stuff and all that kind of shenanigans, is all stuff, again, stems straight from the comic books. But obviously when Kate used the gel arrow, she used it wrong because she chucks it. It's like, do it on the tyres. And she's like, oh, I've already shot it. It's it's on the windscreen. But yeah.
It came in handy.
Oh, no, it did. You've already brought it up, the Pym arrow, which was really freaking cool.
Yeah.
He had this one arrow popped up, and he's like, "I'm going to hit it." And you get. So it means in his arsenal somewhere, because we imagine there's a couple more, we might see more other Avenger added on shenanigans, weaponry stuff, anything that he's implemented from anybody else somewhere along down the road. Yeah. Unless it's just a one-off, but it'd be quite cool if he starts making stuff go smaller or start making stuff go bigger. That'd be fairly friggin' dope.
That would be dope.
We got the USB grapple, USB and the grapple gun arrows, which if you remember in Avengers Assemble when Hawkeye gets all took over and stuff, it's the exact same sort of USB arrow we used. Because she points out USB, what good is this for? But it's what he used to take down the Shield helicarrier in Avengers Assemble and whatnot. More of the Rogers musical billboards, again splattered up everywhere. But if you took notice of this particular billboard, it physically has the advert of the Rogers and musical. And all the Avengers are there, all big and front and centre. And they physically have made Hawkeye so small in the back. So it's weird as fuck. So all the Avengers, and then the poster, it's just this tiny little black guy with a black shadow with a bow and arrow. And you're like, why are these advertisers trying so hard to push him out? Yeah. It's fucking harsh. Kate draws Hawkeye's exact comic book accurate costume. He's up there somewhere. I couldn't tell exactly where. With the weird fucking thingy. It's all mad as fuck. We've got the Saloon Limited. And to me that sounded familiar. He's on the computer. He's like, that sounds familiar to me. And I was like, Sloan Limited, and I was like, oh fuck, and it's the name of a big henchman that Kingpin uses again in the comics. So there's just so many little Easter eggs and references to comic book shit. Whatever really guy did have a thing for. Kazi in the comics again did actually genuinely have a thing for Kate Bishop. They had kind of like a weird, not relationship, but they were kind of into each other. Yeah. And she pointed to that too. She's like, oh, the Hawkeye's back. The Hawkeye's back. So they're stemming on that sort of like. I don't think they will, but they just sort of referenced it. And I've only got one more. If I can read it.
You stop eating your bed and you fucking minger.
Well, I've gone past it now as well. Fuck it, I did. Oh, Hawkeye's famous pose. That's what I fucking read. You know, the iconic pose under the bridge. You know, when he jumps off the Avengers building. We see that again. But that's it for Easter eggs. That's all the shit. I didn't see any grand. I've seen it twice now. And I didn't see any grand spectacle going for. The only big thing going forward is a lot of Kingpin connections, a lot of Kazi, and what seems to be 100% now be definitely Echo going forward. Nothing to relate to the Swordsman, even though the first two episodes really did sort of tie up.
Oh, you never know, because that's obviously the way it ended.
Yeah, but like he wasn't even in the episode anyway, was he?
No. So.
But this seems like it's coming down a hell of a lot for 3 more episodes.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Kingpin's involvement officially means Daredevil and all that literally is around the corner, because that'd be fucking beautiful.
Don't see why not.
Well, I hope to God anyway. But no, the show keeps going off. It's still a massive 10 out of 10. Like I said, that car chase sequence was so friggin' good. I absolutely adored the life out of that.
You adored it. I enjoyed the whole episode.
Yeah.
But no issues with the program.
And I'm loving these two as a little dynamic duo. Yeah. Not the dynamic duo, of course, that's Batman and Robin, but as a dynamic duo.
They work well together. So, it's spot on.
And I think no matter how it happens, I think Clint will try and help out Kate however way he can, set her up for the future, whether that be giving her Avengers connections or giving her something to. I think no matter what happens to whether he dies or just goes off, he'll help her have a nice thing in life. But we might have a Kate versus Yelena beat down showdown somewhere down the lines. If she's officially confirmed, they're asking Hayley what was it like filming scenes with her. The only time I can think about them filming scenes is during like a fight or whatever. Yeah.
I'm sure that'll probably be a cut scene at the end.
Yeah, 100%. But no, that's all I've really got to say on it. That's my Easter eggs. It was fucking awesome.
It was. I enjoyed it. There's no issues with me.
Episode 4, right? And it's quite good because when this goes up, Rivervale goes up, and I've only got 2 more of them left.
So yeah, I'll probably get into them when I'm off.
Lucifer was in Rivervale, and he's going around making deals with Betty and all this shenanigans, and I'm like, gee, not Lucifer from your show, just playing the devil. But he kept calling himself Lewis Cypher, his name was. So he was going, "Hi, I'm Mr. Cypher, Lewis Cypher." No, they're going, "Oh, I get it, Lucifer." Shit like that was quite good. But no, Hawkeye is amazing. It's still ticking off. It's going to be the second to last thing to round us off into the new year. Of course, ending with Spider-Man. And unfortunately, everything that comes before Spider-Man, which we're going to talk to in the End podcast, because there's a lot to talk about. I think it's going to blow all the Marvel stuff out the water. I really do think it is. I think it's going to overshadow everything we've got.
Yeah, it's going to be a big film.
That's why I'm glad as well. I'll bring up our tickets in a sec. That's why it says, right, you get my tickets for Resident Evil because I've had to get yours now. As in, like, I physically had to.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so Hawkeye still 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 from me.
Probably the best episode so far. I know we only had 3, but I literally can't get that car chase sequence out of my head. It was so good.
Fair, I think I'd have to agree with you. I think has been the better one. Fair. More actiony. It was more of a duo scenes with them. It was just, yeah, I think I agree.
Lovely, jubbly. Right, visuals, go watch Hawkeye. We're going to do Entertainment Podcast. We've got a little while because we're going to go watch Resident Evil at 10 to 9. So it's like 8:30, 20 to 9.
Yeah.
But hey, visuals, love you. Bye. That's Chris. Sorry, it's being weird.
Wouldn't want to be
I wouldn't want to be here. Visuals, give me a new, keep on done.
Bye.